There are things in this world that defy logic. Objects that should be harmless, yet hold unspeakable horrors. Have you ever owned something that felt off? A toy, a doll, a trinket, something that sent chills down your spine for no reason? Some say these objects carry memories. Others believe they carry something far worse, a curse. Tonight, we bring you the terrifying story of a toy that was never meant to be played with. A story of death, an unbreakable bond, and a secret that refused to be buried. This is the Cursed Monkey, Toys, our childhood treasures. They bring joy, comfort, and nostalgia. But what if one of them carried something sinister? A dark presence lurking beneath its innocent exterior. Demi never questioned it. She was just a little girl when her family moved into their old, creaky apartment in London. She was 11, full of excitement about her new room. But amidst the unpacked boxes and scattered toys, something unusual caught her eye. A small, old wind-up monkey. A toy she had never seen before. It had shiny blue glass eyes that never blinked. A fixed, unsettling grin. In its tiny hands, it held 2 wooden sticks poised over a miniature drum. It looked ancient, yet untouched by time. Excited, Demi ran to her father, clutching the monkey. "Daddy! Thank you for my new toy," she exclaimed, hugging him tightly. But her father frowned. "Sweetheart. I didn't buy you that." Demi laughed. He was probably joking. She returned to her room, winding up the monkey, eager to see it play. But it didn't move. The drumsticks remained frozen in place. Shrugging, she tossed it aside and played with her dolls instead. That night, the silence of their new home was shattered by an eerie sound. Tap tap tap. Tap tap tap, asterisk. Demi stirred in her sleep. The rhythmic drumming echoed faintly through the walls. But half asleep, she dismissed it as her imagination. The next morning, her world collapsed. Her father was gone. A sudden heart attack, unexpected, unexplained. At just 35, he was fit and healthy. No one could understand how it happened. Except for one thing. As Demi sat in her grief-stricken home, her tear-filled eyes fell on the monkey toy sitting on her shelf. Its lifeless smile seemed wider. As if it knew something. And its tiny drumsticks were now resting on the drum. Years passed. The monkey was forgotten, shoved into a dusty box in the storage room. Demi grew up, went to college, built her career. At 25, she was independent, strong, and rational. She didn't believe in ghosts or curses. Until the past came knocking again. One day, while cleaning out old belongings before her home's renovation, she found it. The monkey, as soon as her fingers touched it, an icy sensation ran up her spine. The toy was unnaturally cold, as if it had been lying in a freezer. And then, it played. Tap tap tap. Tap tap tap. Demi dropped it in shock. The drumsticks moved, on their own. The sound sent shivers through her bones. Before she could process what was happening, her phone rang. Her best friend, Simone, had been in an accident. Rushing to the hospital, Demi was met with grim faces. Simone was in a coma. The doctors had little hope. That night, exhausted, she returned home. But when she stepped into her bedroom, her heart stopped. The monkey was there. Sitting on her bed. Everything was the same, the lifeless blue eyes, the wicked grin. But this time, its drumsticks were resting on the drum again. Demi's blood ran cold. Had her mother taken it out of the donation box? She needed answers. But when she confronted her mother, she received something worse than an explanation. Her mother paled. "Demi. I threw that thing away years ago. It always came back. No matter what we did. Demi felt a pit in her stomach. It wasn't a coincidence. And then the deaths began. A distant relative passed away the next day. Then Simone died. Each time, the monkey's drum had played. Desperate, Demi tried everything. She burned it, the flames flickered, but the toy remained untouched. She threw it away, it always came back. It was as if something was bound to her. Something that refused to let go. Finally, she sought help from a priest. The moment he saw the monkey, he recoiled in horror. "Where did you find this?" he demanded. Shaken, Demi told him it had been with her since childhood. The priest's face darkened. "No. This toy was never yours. It belongs to this house. It has been here far longer than you. It is not a toy, it is a vessel. A demon lives within it." Demi's breath hitched. "How do I get rid of it?" The priest's expression was grim. "You can't. It will never leave, unless you do." With no choice left, Demi and her mother packed their belongings and abandoned the house forever. The priest performed a sealing ritual, locking the monkey in a box wrapped with a Christ locket. They never looked back. Months later, a new family moved in. A happy couple. And their 8-year-old son. One evening, as the boy played in his room, he found something under his bed. A small monkey toy. And then, softly, chillingly, the sound began once more. Tap tap tap. Tap tap tap.